Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NBA picks for Tuesday, April 3rd. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all my NBA, MLB, and NFL videos. And if you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single day, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. Hey, so guess what? Another monster night in the MLB. We have started this season off absolutely crushing. If you don't believe me, hit up my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at RotoBeast. Give me a follow. Check out my stuff daily. See if you like it. You know, you can decide to join the money team. Hey, you ain't gonna regret it. I promise you that. I mean, we're 200 and plus customers deep right now. Everybody's very happy to the start of this season. So like I said, don't miss out anymore. Join the money team. So before we jump into this slate, do me a favor, take a quick moment, click the like button below. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you got your notifications on. This way you don't miss any of my videos. And yeah, I appreciate you guys dropping that like for me. So, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have the absolute most time right now. I'm just going to kind of go through this video quickly. I have some really good picks. I found my picks. I'm just not going to go into too much detail about them. So if you do, want to talk a little bit more about a player, like I said, you can drop a message, a comment below on this video, or you can send me a message on any of my social media platforms, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So yeah, we got a 9-game slate. I'm just gonna jump right into these picks real quick. So start at pitcher. You got Clayton Kershaw. Anytime he's on the slate, you definitely got to look at him. He's top pitcher in baseball. Problem is he is in Arizona, a hitter's park. But I mean, he pitched well for the most part in his first outing. Just gave up a solo home run to Panic. So I definitely think he's gonna be one of the higher owned plays on the slate tomorrow. It's for a good reason. A guy I'm really liking though. Ever since he got traded last year to Baltimore, he's been on absolute fire. Baltimore's been struggling to start the season, so I think Verlander's in a great spot. Then we could go down to a guy like where's he at? Oh yeah, so we can go down to a guy like Hap for GPP. This guy's going against the White Sox. I mean, Hap, he did decent in his first outing. He didn't do bad. He only pitched for 4 and 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. I definitely think that he'll stretch out a little bit more in his second outing. So I think that Hap is a solid play. Then I'm going to talk about a guy. Where's he at? I'm going to talk about Garrett Richards. This guy, he's a solid pitcher. First outing, I know he gave up 4 earned runs against Oakland. I understand, but he pitched very well last year. So I definitely think you could look at him for GPP. For cash games, like I said, he pretty much just go Verlander or go Kershaw. Don't overthink it. Just kind of move on. Lastly, where is he at? So they're not showing him yet. I'm not sure why. Hold on real quick. Let me see. So they're showing Lively as a pitcher tomorrow, but from what I seen, it was Nola. So that's something I'm gonna have to double check. Hold on for me 1 second, real quick. Let me double check that for you. Oh yeah, I guess it is Lively. I don't know why they showed Nola earlier. So I'm not gonna go to that route. One more guy that I am gonna look at is you could look at let me go back. Sorry, I'm messing it up. So you got Clayton Kershaw, Verlander for your cash games. For your GPP, you could look at Hap, you could look at Richards, and then you got Chase Anderson, who's in the middle. I really don't like pitchers in Milwaukee, but this guy, he's pitched well there throughout his career. He's going through a Cardinals team who doesn't really intimidate me too much. Last outing, the first outing of the season, he went for 6 innings, 6 Ks, didn't allow an earned run, got you the quality start for 40 fantasy points. So you definitely gotta like that. So that's kind of where I'm at for pitcher wise. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through this quickly, so I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm liking Verlander, Kershaw for cash. I think that Chase Anderson is borderline cash, borderline GPP if you want to fit a couple extra bats in. And then I'm going to look at Hap and Richards for strictly GPP plays at pitcher. Now we'll go to catcher first baseman. Freddie Freeman starting off the season really, really hot. I really like him. They're saying that Atlanta is pretty much the new Coors Field. Balls are flying. So definitely I'm going to look at Freeman. Then we're going to go down a little bit. You can look at Cody Bellinger in Arizona. Going against Godley. Godley was a decent pitcher, don't get me wrong. But Bellinger, I mean, the past two games, I'm sorry, last game against the Giants yesterday, he did very well. I didn't see how he did today, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if he was in the lineup today. I think he may have been. Let me look real quick for you. Yeah, I think he was out the lineup today, so he got a day off. Coming back tomorrow against a righty. I definitely think that you can look at him. The balls fly in Arizona. We know that. Then we'll look at a guy like Justin Smoke. I mean, started the season off swinging a hot bat. He's a fair price tag, mid tier. The Toronto and Chicago White Sox series was getting pretty exciting. I was watching a little bit of the game today. Donaldson hit a home run, and he ran around the bases and he started taunting the White Sox bench. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a nice little rivalry already starting early in the season. So I do like Justin Smoke. Then we'll go down a little bit if we want to, save a little bit of money. You can look at Ryan Braun. I like the Milwaukee Brewers going against this guy Flaherty. I mean, he hasn't. I mean, he had one good game and out of three, but hey, that one good game was a jack. 5 RBIs, 32 fantasy points. He's just a very fair price tag. So I'm gonna go right back to the well. Joey Gallo going against Kendall Graveman. I mean, the guy started the season off not too bad. I mean, he's batted 20 times. He's 5 for 20 with the walk, so he's batting 250. Has a home run. I think he's a solid play. For cash games, I would probably go Braun a little bit more, Gallo a little bit more, GPP upside. Then on the cheaper end, we can look at Chris Davis. I mean, I know he's going against Verlander. That's why I'm saying GPP only. But, I mean, he's batting leadoff right now. Dude's batting leadoff. I mean, he has 2 home run upside. He's just really, really cheap. So, like I said, just for GPP-wise, you can look at Chris Davis. Now we'll go to second base. You got Altuve at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, Altuve's Altuve. The Astros are starting off the season hot. So, I mean, I think that he's a solid play pretty much anytime he's on the slate. Then we'll go to Albies, the young dude, in Atlanta. So, I mean, he hasn't done nothing special to start the season, but he does have upside, stolen base upside, and home run upside. So I definitely think that he's a solid play tomorrow. Then we will go to Solarte going against, Toronto. He's going to be, he's going against the White Sox. I mean, the dude, he's got on base at least, one time every game so far. He has a home run. This guy has power. He's a switch hitter. So I think that he's a solid play. Then we will look at a guy like Villar. I mean, very fair price tag. We know this dude has stolen base upside, plus he has power upside. He hasn't done nothing crazy to start the season, but he's got at least one hit in the past 3 games. Has a stolen base stone in there as well. And then on the cheaper end, we can go with Lowry. I played him. I told you to play him today. The guy, like I said, I mean, he hasn't done. I mean, the thing is with these guys is there's only a couple games into the season, so you can't say, oh, they're starting off the season shitty because we really don't have that much of a sample size. Fair price tag. He's a good hitter. Like I said, I like him tomorrow for sure. Third base. I'm sorry. One more guy I'm going to talk about, and this is another guy. He hasn't done nothing, but Devin Travis batting at the top of the order, has some really good hitters behind him. This guy's a good hitter. Overall for his career, he's been a very solid hitter. A couple games into the season, hasn't done much, but I definitely think that he's gonna get going soon, and tomorrow could be the day. Third base, we'll start out with Donaldson. I mean, like I said, he was, looking at him today. He was mugging the bench. It was funny. It was a good sighting. I liked it. But he finally hit a home run. It was a monster home run. Opposite field jack. The moment he hit it, he just watched it. I watched it. I knew it was gone. He's got a hit in 3 straight games, at least 12 fantasy points. I'm sorry, yeah, at least 12 fantasy points in 3 straight games. At least 9 in 4 of the past 5 games to start the season. Then we could go with the guy like Travis Shaw going against Flaherty at Milwaukee. I mean, this guy really came on last year. He's got at least 2 hits in 3 straight games. He's got at least 1 hit every game. So I definitely think I'm going to go back to the well. I played him today in early only. Then we'll look at Rendon. I told you guys yesterday, in the core A, I like Rendon. He didn't do nothing special, but he still got you 10. It didn't kill you. This guy, he's a really good hitter. He's batting between Trey Turner and Bryce Harper, 2 really good hitters. Trey Turner, he can easily get a walk or get a single stolen base automatically in a scoring position for Rendon to knock him in. So, yeah, I like Rendon. Then we'll move down a little bit. We'll go. One guy I missed. I'm sorry. I like Arenado tomorrow. Arenado going against Tyson Ross. I mean, like he hasn't done nothing crazy. He got a home run in the first game, but he's got you at least 12 in in 3 of the 4 games. He's giving you that solid floor. Getting some walks. So I like Arenado. Now we'll go down to Bregman. I'm gonna go right back to the well with the Houston guys. I mean, got you 15.5 today. Well, nothing crazy, but this guy, I mean, he's got 4 walks already to start the season, so he's getting a good eye. He's got hits in 3 of the 5 games. There's only 1 game where he got you a dud. So I like him. I think that he's a solid player. Very, in the mid tier, good price tag as well. And then if we want to get a little bit of value, I'm gonna look at. Let me find him. Chase Headley going against Freeland. I mean, I understand the guy, he hasn't got no hits this season. I understand, but he's dirt cheap. And over his career, I mean, he's been a really good hitter. We know that. If he's going to bat in the middle of the order and get some RBI opportunities at 2,100, I definitely think that's somebody that you could look at on the cheap end. Shortstop, I mean, we'll start out with Trey Turner. We played him today. I mean, nothing special. I understand. Going against Tejera is not the best matchup. But, I mean, he's got a walk in every game. He's seeing the ball well. If he gets a walk, he has a really good chance of getting a steal. Anytime he's on base, he can get a steal. He can easily steal first. I mean, still second base and still third base. I mean, that's how fast this guy is. He's got 4 hits in the first 4 games, so not too bad. The price tag is up. I understand that. But he does have the upside. Correa, he left the game earlier today. He busted on a lot of people. I guess his big toe was hurting or something like that. It's something we do got to monitor throughout the day. But if this dude's going to be back in the lineup, I mean, he started the season tearing up the ball, so I definitely think we could go right back to the well. Then we're going to go down a little bit. You go to Seager. Fair price tag for Seager. This dude's a baller. 3,400 in Arizona. Going against a righty. I mean, he's like some of the guys. He hasn't done really nothing much to start the season, but these guys are gonna hit. These guys are hitters. You can't judge them off just a couple games into the season. So I do like him. Then we're gonna go with Simeon. Simeon, he's batting in the harder order, going against a lefty. This guy has power upside, has stolen base upside, very fair price tag in the mid tier. I know Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels used to be a dude, but I mean he's kind of on the back end of his career. We've seen Houston get a couple home runs off him his first outing, so I like Simeon. And if we want to go on the cheaper end, we will go with a guy like Marte. I mean, I know he's going against Kershaw. I understand that. But he's absolute, almost minimum price in a ballpark that, I mean, somebody could get lucky and hit a home run, or they can get on base. So I mean, I'm just looking at him as a dirt cheap kind of guy. For me, I mean, he's strictly GPP going against Kershaw. But I mean, he's just cheap. I mean, that's why I'm just kind of throwing him in there on the really, really cheap end. One more guy I skipped over, but I do like Machado. He's in a tough matchup against Verlander, but he's a good fastball hitter, and that's Verlander's strength is that fastball. So I definitely think if anybody's gonna get a hold of one against Verlander, it's gonna be Machado, but strictly GPP. Now we'll go to outfield. We'll start out with Bryce Harper. I mean, Bryce Harper's Bryce Harper. We know that. The dude just, I mean, the past 2 games, he's got you at least 40 fantasy points. We played him tonight, and he absolutely monstered for us. 44 fantasy points. Definitely think you could go back to the well against a lefty tomorrow to Heron. You got Trout going against Tomlin. Looking at his stuff, you would think, oh, he hasn't done nothing crazy. But, hey, Mike Trout's Mike Trout. He's going to get you some stolen base. He has upside. He's a really good hitter. Best hitter in baseball, in my opinion. He started off the season with what? He has 6 hits and 23 at bats, batting 300. So I do like him once again. Then we can look at Blackman. This dude's just a straight hitter, straight up hitter. He's got you 25 or more in 3 of the past 4 games. Started the season off with 4 home runs already in 3 games. 4 home runs in 4 games. Hey, this dude is, and he can steal bases. Nobody's going to play him. He's going to be really low owned. I think everybody's going to go to Trout. So I think he's a really solid GPP low owned play. You can go right back to the well with Springer going in Houston. Springer, he's solid. We know he's solid. He bats leadoff. He's stolen base plus home run upside. I like him. He's got on base at least one time in every game. Then we'll work our way down a little bit. One guy I'm liking, but he came out today. I played him. He hit a home run before he came out. Thankfully, though, is Will Myers with going out with his back. If he's all right tomorrow, he's going to be in the lineup. He's going to bat at the very top. This is just too cheap for this dude, and he would be a great play once again. You just got to make sure that he's healthy. That's the number one thing, and then get you a couple a couple plays on the very cheap end that I think you can definitely look at. We're gonna go with Fowler. I know I like Chase Anderson as the pitcher. Don't get me wrong, but Fowler. This dude, he's a hitter. Okay, he's got 1 hit to start the season. I understand that, but it's all right. This dude's a switch hitter, power, upside. Steals bases, bats lead off. Some people just takes a couple games to get into the season. It's fine. He's dirt cheap. This guy, when it comes down to the end of the day, he's gonna be around 3,000. So right now we're taking a buy low opportunity. Lastly, I'm gonna look at Granderson. This dude, minimum price going against Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez actually kind of came into his own towards the end of the season last year. I understand that. Granderson, he's just minimum price. If he's going to bat leadoff, or, actually, I'm sorry, he doesn't bat leadoff. You got Travis batting leadoff. But going against a righty, I could definitely see them switching it up a little bit, putting a lefty at the top of the order. That's what they did a lot last year. I would definitely keep an eye on that, see where he's batting. But, if he's going to be somewhere at the top of the order at minimum price, I think you can go right back to the well and look at Granderson again. So that's kind of where I'm at with this video. I'm sorry I rushed through them. I'm actually going to take off. I have to go do a couple of things real quick. But, yeah. So, I know Kershaw's going to be chalk. I'm going to go with Verlander, though. The guy's just been pitching very well. First base, I'm liking Freddie Freeman a ton. Second base, this one was the one I was kind of going back and forth with. Let me see. At second base, I think I'm going to go with... Let me see. Just give me 1 second. Let me see. No. I think I'm gonna go. No, I'm not gonna. Let me see. 1 second. 1 second. Let me skip this. Third base. I like Travis Shaw a lot. Like I said, this dude started the season hot. Very fair price tag. At home. So, yeah, I like him. Shortstop, we're going to go with Corey Seager. So, what do we need? We need a second baseman, huh? Okay, look, I'm going to skip second base. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But my job at the end of the day is to give you guys 5 plays. That's what I'm going to do. So, right here, I'm going to go back to the well with Braun at the utility spot. I think that this is a really, really solid core, to be honest with you. If you don't want 2 Milwaukee guys, I understand it, but, they're in a really good park. This dude O'Flaherty last year was 0-2 with a 6.3 ERA. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of where I'm at. I think this is a really solid core. Like I said, if you want to talk about other people I missed or ask me why I talked about a certain guy or why I don't like a certain guy, hit me up with a comment below. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at RotoBeast. Make sure that you like this video. I really appreciate it. And hey, let's get this money tomorrow. Talk to you later.